Hey, what's up guys? We're back, the second part of this three-part series. Today we're going to take the two parts that we made in part one, the two vials, and we're going to blend them with the main ingredients for this pomade. And today I'll try to keep it a little more brief. I know part one was a little boring. You guys enjoy this video? Again, I'd appreciate it if you like this video, subscribe to my channel, and maybe share this video with other people you think that would want to make this pomade. We're going to get started. Again, I'll try to keep it short and brief. Thanks. So to start off here, I use this lab beaker. It's borosilicate glass. It doesn't break when heated extremely fast. And it's also thinner than a lot of those measuring cups out there, so the pomade will heat up a lot faster. This one can hold up to 500 milliliters, but today I'm going to just do a 50-gram batch. All these measurements on this scale are in grams, by the way. It just makes it a lot easier based off of 100 grams. It's a lot easier to work with than ounces. Okay, so I put a paper towel down on the scale. The reason I do that is because sometimes the cedar 25 will stick to the scale and then it gets stuck to the bottom of this. And when boiling this, cedar 25 likes to foam up and then it starts overflowing out of the pot, so it's bad news. So by putting the paper towel, we just keep it a little cleaner. I should note here that everything I use is super clean. I sterilize everything as best I can. Boiling water, a couple times of boiling water. Alright, so I'm going to go get some bottled water for this, not tap water. We're going to use bottled water. We'll get started. Okay guys, so what I went ahead and did here is I took bottled water, distilled water, and for this 50-gram batch I made with the soap. I use soap color, what they would use in hand soap. So I use 1 drop of that typically for a 4-ounce jar. Because I'm making such a small batch here, I kind of watered down the color because that would be way too strong to use 1 drop for this small batch. But basically total weight you want is 34 grams between the water and the color. So we went with a lime green here just for the purpose of this video. I've never made a lime green version of this before, but whatever, it is what it is. It's just to show you guys what we do here. So make it whatever color you want. Okay guys, next we're going to add PVP. That makes the pomade sticky, so it'll help keep your hair where you want it. For this small batch, we're just going to use 1.5 grams, so we're going to bring this up to 35.5. Just to show you what it looks like. It's PVP right there. Alright, next what we'll do is we'll go ahead and add some cedar 25. So for this amount we're going to use 11.5 grams. So I think, to be honest, to make this a little easier on us, well, I guess we won't do that. 11.5 will bring us to, 47 grams. So 47 grams even is what we want here. 47 grams. Alright, 47 grams. Now I know other companies out there use beeswax. Oh wait, let me show you the cedars here. Alright, that's the cedars 25 right there that we just added. Now I know other companies do use beeswax. I've tried it. As you can see I have it here, Peg 8 beeswax, but you know, I didn't like it so much, to be honest. It just didn't blend as well, and really the main purpose for it is to thicken it up. So if you like yours thicker, you can play around with that, but I was fine with it without it. Okay, so I forgot one of the ingredients here. I had to get up and get it. In the meantime, the scale shut off, so we're just going to zero it out from here because figuring out how high it was is going to be impossible. Okay, so the other day we made two concoctions. The first one was this one. I labeled it Vid because it was in the video. I know I told you guys to put it in glass vials. because I already have mine made in glass vials, I decided to just keep this in the plastic thing just for the purposes of this video. I didn't want to add it to the mix I already have because I like to keep the dates I make each batch separate. So so we'll go ahead and use this again for the purpose of this video. So what we're going to use, so the amount we're going to use here is for the small batch 3 grams. Okay, so we're just going to plop it in here and hope we can catch it at 3 grams. We let this sit for a couple days. I did 3 days, by the way. Because we let it sit, it'll blend in a lot easier to the water. I mean, this is oil we're using right now. And actually, while I'm showing you this, I don't know if you remember, but in the part 1, I showed you this was all cloudy and nothing was blended very well. The alcohol was separate from the oil, and then the castor oil was completely separate from everything else. But now, as you see, everything is nicely blended. That's why I let it sit for those 3 days, like I told you guys. Okay, and again, once that's in the water here, it'll blend up very nicely. Okay, so that's the main ingredients. Now, if you remember the other day, we also made another concoction here. Again, I kept that in the plastic also. I labeled it with an X so I would know where it was from. Typically I put these in the vials, but again I kept it in these plastic things just for the purposes of the video. So I usually make this on a larger scale, but for this small batch I'm going to add just 3 drops of this. So I usually use one of these, and I'll just drop in 3 drops. It's going to be a little harder because I'm just going to plop it out of this plastic container it was in. But we're going to try our best to get 3 drops. And really the weight doesn't matter on this because we're just doing drops here. So let's try to get 3 little drops. 1, 2, 3. Okay, small amount of that added. Again, such a small batch we're making that you don't need very much of that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is set this aside for like 20 minutes and let it kind of blend itself together. I will use a spoon and just kind of stir it up a bit. And that's pretty much it for part 2 of this video, guys. Part 3 will be the cooking of it, the cooling of it, and then I'll show you guys how I use another preservative at the way end. That preservative I actually have right here. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's DMDM hydantione. That'll help preserve it. Usually you use that at between 0.4 and 1% of total weight. So if I were to make 100 grams, personally I like it at the higher end, so I would use 1 gram. If you're sensitive, if you have sensitive skin, you may want to use it on the lower end, like 0.4 to 0.5 or somewhere around there. My skin's not too sensitive, so I stick with the 1% just because I want to be safe and keep it free from any bacteria. Okay, again guys, this is going to be the end of the second part of this video. I would appreciate it if you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and any questions, just post them below. Share this video as well. Thank you guys for watching. It's been about 15 minutes, guys. I've been letting this soak. As you can see, I mixed it up a little bit. I do that again just to let everything kind of join together, let it mix itself in a little before I cook it. It smells really nice. I mean, the color's horrendous, but again, that's just for this video. I would never make it lime green. But I mean, just take a look. You can see it's pretty clear already, and when it starts cooking, you'll see it'll be very translucent. Part 3 of this video will be the actual cooking process, so I'll end part 2 right now. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.